I'm surprised you are thinking that public opinion can sway this president.
You don't know.
This is a president.
When we push, no.
We have.
So we didn't push.
Were you not here when we spoke about the way he was handling Dom level?
Yeah, but
it was public opinion.
We went to court, we won. So today you see he's on the wrong side of history.
I'm saying that.
Yeah.
If he had pandered to public opinion, he wouldn't have gone at that, to that extent. So this is a president who does not.
No, don't give up. In a democracy, you see what I'm watching is that.
Now, I want to bring you in.
Do you know what I do?
We cannot, you see, for this particular president, in public opinion does not move him. That's what I've seen.
I don't want to
and so
give up.
if you think of proffering advice and giving opinion, and you are hoping that it is going to just change the way the president does things, that you will continue to romance a stone.
All right. Okay, now I come in this way. Yes. So in a democracy, keep romancing the stone. You will get some dividend. Keep at it. Otherwise, then there's no need for us to come.
Kpebu, you're on now. So I want you to make that point and so that Supreme Court ruling on this matter.
Yes.
I want us to get
So the point is that in a democracy, you need public opinion. You need public opinion. Don't you see that there've been times that he's responded, a few. So to the extent that he's responded a few. So let's take one of the first ones that he did that got us that dazzled all of us. The appointment of Martin Amidu. At least on the face of it. Oh yeah, you see, it brought a lot of excitement in 2018. Have you forgotten?
Was it as a result of public opinion?
Oh yes, I think it did. It did because I think it did. No, you see, sometimes let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. I understand. You see, that's why I said on the face of it. Right. So sometimes you see this political game, the man may give you what you are looking for. On the face of it, you think what you have is what he's giving you is what you want, right? Meanwhile, beneath it, he also knows some other issues that go in his favor. But at least let's say what we can, what is publicly available. The appointment of Martin Amidu gave him so much goodwill.
That is true. That is true. But you're saying that it was not as a result of public opinion.
For me, that's what I believe.
Okay. Then within his own party, people didn't like it.
Yes.
Nobody saw that coming.
Precisely.
No, Martin. Nobody saw that coming. So it couldn't qualify as
public opinion.
No, we wanted an independent person. Oh no.
Gentlemen.
So I'm happy to
Let's advance his comment.
Yes, he said nobody saw it coming. So it means what did it?
So it couldn't be public opinion.
But what was the public opinion? People were saying that, hey, we want an independent
public.
After
some section of the public.
Overwhelmingly.
No, I'm saying that some of us, the view, our position was that it was strategically done.
You have let Kpebu reload and what has happened out of that? What is more public opinion than the Kpebu reload that you let? What has that got to do?
Thank you.
He invited you. The excitement came after the event.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you. He invited you into this conversation. Now, I want him, gentlemen, thank you. So, Kpebu, you still stand by your position that public opinion.
Yes, and you need to romance sometimes you get results. Yes, so in the democracy, listen, if we were to give up, then I wouldn't be here. You will all not be here because people had profiled the president as very obstinate, intransigent, vindictive, etc. Right? I said profile, is that also? But we keep coming here every day because in a democracy, you need that public opinion to shape the democracy. You need a political culture, right? Because the constitution, so the earlier point I was making is that the constitution cannot write everything. It's not possible. Abraham Lincoln once said, you won't get any law that can write everything. So for the rest, you need that political culture. You need that public opinion. And so that is what we do. When we come here every Saturday, we are helping to reinforce, to shape it, to upgrade it, etc. So for me, it's crucial. If you had, then everybody would know that the whole nation said Ken must go. And then Akufo-Addo would have to decide. But once you refuse to support the minority, you supported Akufo-Addo. That is what you do.
You don't prescribe our strategy.
I'm analyzing.
So you made your point. So respectfully,
yes.
But you see, you make the point, and I think it comes back to the point that Professor Jampo was inferring to, that if public opinion was that impactful, in this context, we're talking about the specific case of President Akufo. I think that's where the argument is. That in some instances, you say that public opinion made a difference or made an impact. But in the specific case of some persons whom the public wanted to be sacked previously, we didn't see that happening, specifically in the case of Kenneth Friata. He came out clearly to say at the time that public opinion was rife that he should sack Kenneth Friata, that he didn't think so. And that in his view, it was not going to make any difference.
But that public opinion they did, okay, what Honorable Nko did, you know, we sat here and lauded them. It was huge. It was a huge step forward for our democracy because this is a blow they gave him. That was quite fatal. Akufo-Addo has no chance of recovering from that blow they gave him. History will be written that here was a president who was so intransigent that for the first time, all of the MPs in parliament, in his own party, came out against him. You think that's a joke? It's building on. So if it happens that tomorrow party X comes, they are going to build upon that. So don't underestimate it. Look, I'm not for no. Listen, this democracy. It's not binary. You see, when you get caught up in a binary argument, you just want a complete win. It doesn't work that way. Look, you compare all the democracy. I think America, UK, all those people, they just started and they got here. There's a political culture you build over time. There's a political culture you build over time. If you ask about public opinion, people will analyze and everything. You know the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln. He was not up to it. He wasn't in favor of a civil war, okay, to protect, to end slavery, etc. It was a continuous
clamoring of the people.
Yes, but the people push. So you see that finally Lincoln had no option but to go in. There are so many other examples where you see public opinion pushing a president to go in and then do what the people ask for. So for me, as long as Akufo-Addo has not left office,
President Akufo-Addo.
Oh, he's Akufo-Addo. I'm not adding the president.
Can
you imagine?
Gentlemen,
that's how we do it. When it comes to politics, was he born with the West president? Was he born with that title?
Let's not.
We say Obama.
It's not wrong for him to have said that.
We say Obama all the time. Abraham Lincoln, Bill Clinton. Why is Akufo-Addo?
It's okay.
A man who has lost everything. A man who has pushed, let's quickly add, a man who has pushed press freedom backwards, a man who has declined our democracy. I'm just reading the democracy index, right? We've been on a decline for how many years? The democracy index is published.
They said 10 years.
Yeah. You see, since he came into office, it's been on a decline. Since it's been on a decline. Then you look at the CPI, Corruption Perception Index, all three major indexes, we are on a decline. And you say I should be yes.
Stay on course. You were making a point. Let's not digress.
Yes. So now go on. So we're making a point about what do you call it, democratic culture. All right, it's important. So when we do the public opinion thing, it helps. We can never run away from it. With our public opinion, we are finished. Because in between, we voted for the person. So if there's no public opinion, then it means that he should just continue doing what he wants. Okay. Yes, he may continue doing what he wants, notwithstanding public opinion. But trust me, because public opinion is also judging him, like currently, since he's been judged as the worst, incontestably the worst president in this Fourth Republic. That's it. So he's what do you call it? Generations unborn. Sorry, incontestably. I've read the indexes. CPI,
so that's you make that conclusion. Yes.
Do you want us to go over? Look, let's go over. Press freedom.
You've made your point.
When he came, 2017, 2016, 2018.
I think you've established that point.
Okay. So maybe you want us to read the statistics.
No. Let's.
Okay. Yeah. So we've talked about public opinion. I think we've made that point that since our democracy is in a decline, and look a little bit on the public, the democracy thing that you go. When you go on the what do you call it, the democracy index, you know what they call us? They don't call us. So there are 4 categorizations, right? There's a full democracy, then flawed democracy, hybrid regimes. That's where we fall under. Then authoritarian regimes. So we are just next to the authoritarian. Listen to what they say about the hybrid regimes. That's where Ghana falls into.
So where are we now on this issue?
Yes,
so
that's
are we in another lecture room listening to democracy?
I told you Kpebu is just a 9-day wonder. Nothing went and did
gentlemen,
it's a 9-day wonder.
Hold on.
This is too
it can be a 1-day wonder. But you are a lawyer, so stick to your lawyerly submission.
Lawyer Andy Kpebu.
Yes.
You don't interrupt when you have not been invited.
Oh, he was interrupting.
No. Respectfully.
No.
In fact, I gave you. Relax. I gave you time to respond to every question that he posed. Yes. It wasn't continuous for it to become destructive. That is what I'm saying. So you are allowed to. I'm coming. You are allowed respectfully ask questions. But it should not get to the point now that it sounds destructive, as we have seen. That's why I'm saying let him end. We would get on to the other issues that you have raised as well. You've asked a number of questions, which he has responded. Let him end, and then we'll move on. Lawyer.
Yeah, so just the last point on the public opinion, so that we show how we want to strengthen our democracy.
Okay.
When you read the democracy index, they put us under hybrid regimes, and listen to what they have under the hybrid regimes. It says these are nations with regular electoral frauds, preventing them from being fair and free democracies. These nations commonly have governments that apply pressure on political opposition, non-independent judiciaries, widespread corruption, harassment and pressure placed on the media, anemic rule of law, and more pronounced faults than flawed democracies in the realms of underdeveloped political culture. You see it? Low level of participation in politics and issues in the functioning of governance. That's where to put us. Number 3 out of the 4. So from there, we are sliding down into what? Authoritarian regimes. And this is what the economics group, that's
Intelligence Unit, EIU.
Yes. You see, that's a unit of it. That's responsible for this democracy index. And, well, of course, if you disagree with it, you can also set up yours. There are other indices for measuring democracy, but this is the one that we have been using in Ghana, right? There's the VDEM, and then the other one, the third one, right? The Bertelsmann Transformation Index, right? Okay. But we've been using this particular one. Right. And it has 5 main categories. So look at it: electoral process and pluralism, civil liberties, functioning of government, political participation, and political culture. So the political culture and all that. It talks and the participation, that's where the public opinion comes in.
Right.
So you can't have a democracy without public opinion. How are they going to score you on this if you will not have public opinion?
So if it is indeed a government of the people, for the people, and by the people,
yes.
At what point does the opinion of the people really influence decision making when we have surrounded that power to both the legislature and the executive?
Every step of the way, the opinion of the people counts. Every step of the way. You remember, even at a point, even the Supreme Court had to acknowledge public opinion. The day we won the Domlevo case, and then Vomawo, Samson Ladi Ayenini, and Professor PJ, won their case, the COVID law, the striking down. Doche said, today, Ghanaians, you've won 2 cases. That's the Domlevo case and then the Vomawo case. So I hope when you go, you will no longer call us what? Unanimous
FC 7-0
yes,
and
5-0. So they also feel the pressure, even the Supreme Court. Even when we complain, they don't listen. They listen. And it helps them to push back. Look at the Domlevo case. To be honest, I keep telling you, people say, hey, go and withdraw this case. You lose. Because we're coming frontally against Akufo-Addo. People say, no, withdraw. Then I said, no, listen, let's go whichever way. Let them decide. You see, boom, we won. So forever, Akufo-Addo will never recover from the Domlevo case. He will never recover. So for me, I'm in favor of us constantly giving our opinion. It doesn't matter that he doesn't listen some of the time, but other times he may. SML, when we made noise, eventually, of course, he gave it to KPMG, which we have a lot of issues with. At least he made a certain effort, because now he's saying that in our rankings of the president, he's incontestably last, right? So he's trying to do something, though it's too little, too late, right? So let's continue by all means.